I was going through my hard drive and I still have footage from Lviv, Ukraine before COVID happened. So I decided to throw them together and make some vlogs. So I'm flying to Budapest, Hungary, and I was there for a few days. And then from there, I took the train to Lviv. I was flying from Miami. The flights were like around 500-600. This is the train station in Budapest, Hungary. I'm going to show you what the train looks like inside. This is an overnight train and it has 3 beds. So if you want to be safe, see 1, 2, 3, you should book at least, if you want to be like alone in the room, you should book at least 2 beds. Still, just to make sure you get pretty much the whole room to yourself, the cabin. Over here we have a plug-in. This is a European plug-in. A mirror, and there's no bathroom in your cabin, but that's totally fine. There's some lamps, some little holders. That's where you put your phone or small little things. Up there is where the pillow and the blanket is. This green thing, the WC, means the bathroom. Green means it's available. You have light switch, or you can call the tenant if you want. The door has a little thing that you can see through in case someone knocks on your door. So that's the bed on top, and then the middle one has to be like pulled up, and that's how you have 3 bed. I think it's enough space. There's carpet on the hallway. It's pretty old, but like it's not the worst. And over there is like that red one is like a sitting train. So we are still in Hungary. This is a smaller village. And I put up the sheets. So this is what it looks like, the sleeping cabin. We bought 2 beds. But the train was pretty empty, to be honest. And it's a very boring ride. We're still in Hungary. It's an overnight ride. So we left early in the morning and then arriving early the next day. Záhony, this is the last train stop in Hungary, and after this comes Ukraine. You see the river, that means you're crossing the border. And over here we're gonna have a sign right there. It says Ukraina, that means Ukraine. So we have entered Ukraine. And I just wanted to show you a little bit of how like the little smaller villages look like while we pass by them. This station is Chop. I suggest you do not buy any food in there. It's not very clean. So this is what the little villages look like in Ukraine, and it's a very boring train ride. So if you have a book that you've been wanting to read or learn how to meditate, this is the place to do it, because there's just pretty much nothing to look at. This is most of the ride, and you can leave the door open if it's like not too busy. So it's a very long, boring ride, but you have to experience train travel in Europe at least once. Now, let me try to climb in the bed. I'm on the middle one. You gotta be creative with here. Just make sure you don't fall. It's a very tight space, and if your door is locked, no one's gonna find you until you arrive to your destination. This was during fall, so it's like slightly kind, like you do need a coat. It's end of October, but it's not crazy cold. So took the trolley to get into, but there's also Uber. Checked into my hotel. I already posted a review of this hotel, Atlas Deluxe. I love this hotel. It's very affordable, usually a little bit under $100, and breakfast is included. And I had to go sightseeing. This is one of my favorite churches. I love the architecture on it. I've never actually been inside. I've been to Lviv a few times, but I've never been inside of this church. And then I want to show you this restaurant. Above it, this one, there is a dragon going in and out of the building, and on top of it there's a car on the roof. One thing I always have to do in Lviv is go to the opera. This is the opera house and watch a ballet dance this time. It's so cheap. The most expensive ticket is like 18, maybe 20, $22. So worth it. Must come here. Drinking some hot wine with my friends. Hi. So I'm listening to some weird interview on this TV. My friends brought me too. This was like a free walk-in, very short exhibition of like some random things, and the next day I had the pavlova for kind of like early lunch, and then went to the market, which is like, this is where you're gonna find like the cheapest food. Not a lot of food, but some food. It's mainly like to buy souvenirs and clothes and some goodies. I'm not sure what this place is called, but if you see it, you have to try it. Inside of this is where they bake the goodies. Oh my god, so good. It's so moist. It's like pastry on the outside, and there's different kinds of meat filling on the inside. This was like a marinated chicken. It was absolutely heavenly. And these are very popular Ukrainian cross-stitch folk clothes. Very beautiful. This is Puzata Hata. I recommend you come here because it's kind of one of those cheap eats places, and you grab a tray and then you go around and you tell them what you would like to try, and they charge you by weight. It's very affordable, kind of like a locals place. Like a lot of people come here for their lunch. So I ordered, this is like a cutlet, so it's grounded chicken and with mushroom. This is a silonka. Silonka is a soup that's like kind of like really salty soup. There's sausage, pickles, olives, and other kinds of things that they throw together. It is so delicious. I love it. And also you have to try the kvass, which was the brown drink. It's almost like beer, but it's alcohol free. It's almost like a cross between Coke and beer. This is glühwein. You can find it all over Europe during fall. It's like hot wine, or some might call it mulled wine. That was it for part 1 of the Lviv, Ukraine vlog. Look at this little pigeon.